Hey everybody, this is Shawn Powell. I'm going to do a review about Exitus Elite. I had a couple of questions since the video I did yesterday. I thought I would address them here. And the video I did yesterday was the first video I had made in a little while. It went a little longer, sometimes trying to get the cobwebs out of it. I talked about everything that needed to be talked about. But after reviewing it yesterday, I thought today I'd make a much quicker one. I did have a few questions that were sent directly to me. I was going to cover them up here. One's going to be about what to post on social media, things of that nature. So I'm going to give you some of the breakdown, some free training that I tell you about what I do. I actually made a post this morning, and I'm going to talk about the post I made recently so you get an idea to see that. I'm going to give you a total review of Exitus Elite and the owner himself. I've been with Exitus Elite since August the 1st of 2016. I was able to get free from the job May 7th of 2015 using another online business. But y'all, I can tell you, I have not found a better business, a better owner than Exitus Elite, and that's just priceless. The video I did yesterday, y'all, I appreciate everybody checking it out. And I will tell you one thing. I had to shave this morning because, good Lord, that's the whitest beard I had seen. It looked like it was glowing. It was bright white the whole time. So I was like, I did not know. It looked good when I was looking in the mirror. So I was like, I kind of like my beard, but yeah, I had to go home. I had to go thin that one out right after the video. So I learned a little bit about that yesterday as well. Okay, y'all. So let me talk about content and what to post on social media. I usually keep a little rule for itself. I do 5 posts a day. Now, this is the goal that you want to have, is to have 5 posts a day. I have not been doing that lately because I've been taking a little bit of a vacation. I do post things, usually it's family things. If I'm out at the boat or if we're out eating or if we're on vacation somewhere or something like that, I might be posting, some images and stuff like that. But normally, I would post, as far as your business goes, proof, progress, welcome, congratulate, and uplifting people. And if you do any training or videos, you obviously want to put that in there as well. Then, if you take that and you want people to know that you're a real person, right? Don't become some guru guy and that's it. Nobody wants that, to be honest. You don't want to be a guru. You want to be someone who believes in a business, who's applied to action, and is accessible. Those are the 3 things that you want. And anybody can do that, y'all. Something that means something to you. That's what your timeline should be posting about. If you notice, I have a picture of me and my little boy right here. We were at the movie theaters. It was just awesome that, what, everybody else is out at work and stuff like me and him go to the movies. There's nobody there. You know what I'm saying? And so, excuse me. So actually, we're going this evening to go see another movie. That's a picture of my little boy at a beach, one of the most beautiful beaches I've ever been to. So these are some of the images and pictures I had taken. So I made a little cover art for it. But, I want it to be where people can relate to me. And to me, I think your family or having things that mean a lot to you will help you, show that. So your family should be something that you have on a regular basis. Okay, reality. If they can't see you or hear you, they can't join you. Now, that's something I just posted, how long ago? 16 minutes ago. Ed jumped up there right afterwards. Now, once I post something like that, I will usually go down and share it. I've got certain Facebook groups for businesses that it's always nice just to be in people's minds. You know what I'm saying? So I'll jump into the Powell Systems Facebook group and share it there. Or I did Newbies on Fire last year. I share it there. Exitus Elite, I go to that Facebook group and just put some positive stuff, something like that. So that would be a really good example. Yesterday, I had made a YouTube video right here. Now, I will tell you what I've learned. I think Facebook kind of, I ain't going to say it ghosts, but it does not give as much when you go directly from YouTube and share it. So if you're doing something on YouTube and it goes here, you might want to try it. But isn't it funny? Right here it is with the link to YouTube sitting right here. Yeah, I can go down below it and just make a Facebook post, and then I got 5, 6. It's just, in my opinion, I think more people get the opportunity to see it when you do it at Facebook and maybe just take a screenshot. And then I posted the link that says update, find it here, and find it now, and that's what I did. The reason I'm telling you this, y'all, is because I do this all the time. I've gotten over 1,200 videos. See, I've just had an admin approve my post and making easy dollars. It was another business that I knew people in. So I'm not trying to You don't want to put something inside of a group that's be disrespectful, but it's universal stuff. I think that really, that works for any kind of business. There's Miss Sandy making a comment, or, putting a heart right there, stuff like that. Okay, y'all, a little bit about me. In the 1970s, I grew up, I was the kid in the back seat that looked about like that, and McDonald's used to screw up my order. So it was just a little funny something, y'all. Never just be guru person. I'm telling you, man, you're doing so much better if you don't. Yes, the temperature 82 degrees. If it's over 7 degrees, the top's down. And this is the one I really want to talk about right here, y'all. This is a big one. Now, this was March the 12th. So today, at this morning, right now, is March 16th. Block out all the noise and just do the work. Okay. Now, that's a pretty powerful statement. And if you notice, I got comments down here, and this is just here. I shared it to other groups where it got like 40 to 50 likes and hearts and stuff of that nature, and a lot of comments. Now, when you're applying action, I think God puts thoughts in your mind. I really do. I think that there's going to be that really slick, that smart thing that pops in your head. And honestly, you're going to get those thoughts and ideas while you're applying action, right? Okay, sometimes I've been lazy, y'all, because I had taken a vacation. It was hard for me to get back going to want to make videos. I love making videos. Please understand. It's just, I'm one of those people, I focus at things. And when I focus at it, sometimes the other things around me kind of get dropped. And I'm bad for that. And so for the last month or so, I've been working on our boat. We got an RV here. Yesterday, or after I did the YouTube video, while I was still processing, I went outside and put in a 32-inch TV. I took out this small one and put a bigger TV in there. I'm constantly working on the house, things of that nature. Sometimes I can get so focused at doing other things, it's hard for me to find that sweet spot. Yesterday morning, I woke up. I don't know what changed. I even told my girlfriend this. I was like, something has changed. I don't know what set a fire up in me. And I think you can tell it in that video yesterday. I'm ready to make videos. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted you to understand something. Often, when you post something, it should mean something to you. It ain't just about your family stuff. I mean, the things you're saying. Block out all the noise and just do the work. Well, because I got a focus issue, I actually addressed it. I told my girlfriend last week I thought I had that issue, where if I focus on something, I'm going to become a freaking beast at it. I'm going to be the best I can, but I'm bad for other things around me. If I want to lose weight in the wintertime here in North Carolina, I hate cold weather. I can gain 20 pounds, right? So I wind up wanting, to lose weight. So I'll focus so much at losing weight. I got to be careful to make sure my little boy's eating like he should be. And it's not, it's not because I'm all about myself. It's my focus is like that. That's how I am. So I realized something, y'all. A lot since 2016, I had really started looking a lot at politics. And I learned a lot about politics. I didn't know anything before 2016 about politics. I didn't care about politics. And I'm not addressing if I'm a Republican, Democrat, what you are, anything. I don't care. That's you. That's entirely you. You'll never find that stuff on my timeline for online business. I got 2 Facebook accounts. One's for family and friends, which I'm barely ever on, and then I've got this one that I'm on almost every day, because it's an online business. But what I had learned is my YouTube subscriptions went to all these affiliates to politics, and I started thinking about it, y'all. I got so sidetracked going down these rabbit holes, watching soap operas every day, Days of Our Lives or something like that. And I realized it's taken away from what got me freedom. My focus in online business is what got me there. And think of what it means to me and my son. Think of how much more money and how much more growth and how much more wisdom I'd have in online business if I would have took out that noise since 2016 and would have focused at the things that's the most important things in my life. And I don't know why. I think God gave you these ideas. So in a sense, I wrote block out all the noise and just do the work, because I think everybody can relate to that. You go to, well, I'm going to make a video today, but it seems like you don't ever get to it. Or all these things are in the way between getting to point A to point B. If you blocked out all of it and just went and done the work every day and kept that mentality, what would it be worth to you? How much money would it be worth to you? How much better, if you were doing YouTube videos, how much better would your videos be? how much better is those email campaigns and marketing that you're doing if you're doing solo ads or whatever it is. So in a sense, block out all the noise. The noise is whatever is in the way, whatever's keeping you from getting seen and heard. That's why I posted that one today. So if you want to know why do I post a lot of things on my timeline that say something like this often, it's because I know I need that foot up my butt. I need to kick my own tail for a little while, and to get myself going. And even these posts like this to me can help that. If it's going to help me feel that way, maybe it's going to wake somebody else up as well. That's what I'm talking about. So I didn't mean to cover so much. As far as this, let's see. Let's talk about. I just wrote a couple things. I'm just saying real quick. Get comfortable applying action. Make that a routine, and the money will come. So yesterday, my video. To be honest, anytime I do my first video, it usually has a cobwebs in it. I had a little bit of stuttering here and there. I brought me a water because it went longer than I thought, and my voice got dry. I wasn't sick. I was just literally coughing, right? So, and listen, if you make a video and you're like, maybe I shouldn't post that, y'all, this is free real estate. Some of my worst videos are the ones that get 10,000 plus views. And I almost didn't even, upload them. I've had a couple where I messed up. I took a screenshot, and the software I use, I blew it up real big, right? So the screenshot itself would be about like this compared to what the whole image was, right? I did a whole video not even knowing that I only had that corner, right? When I got done, it was so funny because I was talking about these banners and they had butterflies and stuff on it, man. I'd made a lot of banners and you couldn't see but the edge of it. So I started going inside, editing, laughing my tail off. Y'all, that video blew up like crazy. I don't know why it did, but people enjoyed it so much. And to think, I almost didn't even upload it. If you've made a video, if you are growing, nothing wrong with showing you growing along the way. And of course, I keep talking about videos because that's what I'm doing, with YouTube. But that's true with anything, y'all. It's in social media and into YouTube world. It is free advertisement. It's free real estate. Just go out there and put it out there. If you believe in what you're doing, if you're being sincere, if you believe in the business, the right people are going to find you, and you can't say the wrong things. That's the honest truth. I do believe that. Will you grow in the next year? I hope so. So my video today hopefully will be better a year from now than they are today. But that's okay. I'm okay to evolve to that point. I can't hide all these videos in between and hope I get to this point. That's what I'm saying, y'all. It's just real important. Okay, y'all. That's enough training for today. These are a couple things. One last word I had written down there. Do you have a phone? Do you have a voice? You can make it. That's just take away all the noise and just focus. That's exactly what I was going to put for that. All right, y'all. So let's talk about Exitus Elite real quick. I'm going to show you one of my favorite capture pages we have. Been with Exitus Elite since August the 1st of 2016. It's the very first one-up system I ever came into. It's not the last one I did. I made the most money I've ever made in online business with Exitus Elite. Had a chance to meet Paul Stevenson in 2016 for the first time, and I was just blown away at how much the guy put the business first, all the members into it. He will call somebody in a heartbeat. He's done online business or business in general, storefront, stuff like that for 30 years. And you can really tell he's got a little bit of an old school. If I was to send, or if he was tagged into a post on Facebook inside the Facebook group, more than likely he'll pick the phone up and call you. He'd just rather talk to you that way. But his excitement, man, if you ever talk to him on the phone or watch we have weekly webinars every Wednesday. It's just awesome to see that him sitting there, he's so excited he can barely go from one sentence to the next. And he don't have to really script anything. He can just let go. And that's to me, that's one of the most beautiful things. He's a lot like I am in that sense. And you do realize that people connect with you. When you believe in something, just let go. Let go, y'all. And the right people are going to find you. And he knows that. And that's one of the best things about it. This video right here, if you just look at the capture page, y'all, if somebody took this much time and made something as good as this for just a capture page itself, and we got new ones coming, y'all. Got a lot of updates coming. Got a G2000 coming in Exitus Elite as well. then you know that he cares about this stuff. The VSL video is an 8-minute video that goes after the capture page too, and it does an excellent job explaining the business. One of the best 8-minute videos I think I have seen, to be honest, explaining the business itself. So I wanted to cover that a little bit. Something new that I need to address real quick. Enticement has been a problem for other businesses, not necessarily for Exitus Elite. Paul Stevenson was smart enough in 2016 to tell everybody, do not go to your back office and just show that you made $200,000 or $150,000. And there's other companies now that's being investigated, even One-Up Systems, that are legit, for sure, because the owner did not manage it correctly. Even in 2016, even though Paul told us, don't go do this, you ain't gonna find a video. I got over 200 videos for Exitus Elite alone since I came into it. Since 2016, when he told us that, I never showed my back office again. So you cannot find a video that I've done that. Some of the other leaders didn't listen. They didn't want to. They thought that the enticement of showing my back office, hey, look how much I made here. They make videos even this month, this year, saying this stuff, showing their back office. They knew better, to be honest, y'all. So don't follow into those routines of even some of these bad leaders and what some of the things these members are doing as well. Listen to it. The last thing in the world you want is to have your video or your sales funnel or whatever be the reason the business is shut down. I've seen that happen to a guy, and he was a good guy for a company, and I can tell you, man, that haunted him because everybody knew it was him. Everybody knew it was him. And I did not want to be that person, and you don't need to be either. So if you're with our team, y'all, you're going to realize what are the good things that you can and cannot do, because I'm going to make sure you know that. And plus, if you just stay connected to our weekly webinars, that's going to help you out as well. Okay, y'all, this is going to be moving really quick. Here's something somebody asked me. I addressed this yesterday. I forgot to tell you what it was. Photo Scissors is the actual app I use to cut out myself and post it into these, screenshots or thumbnails and stuff of that nature. Also can make Facebook ads that I would use to post and stuff like that. And I absolutely enjoy doing that for Facebook. I think Facebook has gone a far turn to where it shouldn't be. There's so many people that are disrespectful up there and stuff like that. I'm not saying you couldn't make it on Facebook. It's just Facebook loves free and cheap. So I have a tendency to go there to push views for my videos to help me rank. I use it in that sense more than I do for probably posting. Now my timeline, obviously, I'm going to welcome, congratulate, prove progress like I talked about earlier in Uplift. So that's going to always happen. But the software I used was Photo Scissors. Really simple. I do have a YouTube video for Photo Scissors. If you type in Photo Scissors and Shawn, S-H-A-W-N, Powell, or look on my, my channel, I'm sure you can find it there as well. Actually show me cutting out the image itself and doing it. This is taken just with my picture on my camera standing in front of a mirror. And like I said yesterday, it's kind of odd for a guy to do that. But, that's what you got to do, so I did that. And the actual software I used on my phone, so I do all this with my phone, y'all, is it's called Pixel Lab. Pixel Lab is awesome. It's free software. I don't know if they got it for Apple or not, but I do know they have it at the Google Store, for Google Play Store. All right, y'all, so those are what I actually make them with. Here's one right here. Me and my girlfriend had been at the Thai restaurant. Made $1,000 while we were there. This was 4,000 sent in 4 days. This was the last video I made before yesterday, and that's my little boy right here. It's really sweet. And again, y'all, put things that mean stuff to you, man. Put that in there in your thumbnails. It makes a difference as well. All right. Exitus Elite is a very powerful one-up system. Most quality system I've seen for any one-up system. If I had to pick, why did I do that? If I had to pick one system to run with to make six-figure income, it would be Exitus Elite. It is my primary business. I do have a way that I make landing page, sales page. I have my, stuff of that nature, y'all. It's with Power Lead Systems. I've been with them since February 2015. It has always been my backbone business to everything I do. It makes me stand out. It lets people connect with me, and that's the most important thing when it comes to a business. In my opinion, it's going to be that. And I've been number 1, number 2 in the world in a lot of different offers. Just about anything that I've taken serious, I've done well in, and I haven't changed my technique. You see what I'm saying? So that's what works for me. I would consider take listening to what I'm telling you because it's pretty important. This is actually one of the my sales page itself. I put your first member in for you at the and plus give you my 3-generation bonus training at the G1000. So if you come into Exitus Elite, over 90% of the people come in from the company at the G1000, which are $1,000 commissions. I actually have a 20-to-1 ratio of people coming at G1000 over all the other ones, to 500 to 250 and to 100 level. So if you ask me, yes, Exitus Elite is basically a $1,000 business. It is such a sweet spot. It's not so expensive people can't do it, yet it's not so, every time that it's cheap enough, or, the people can do it at the same time. Every time you get an email letting you know you just made $1,000, it is life-changing income, y'all. And since yesterday, I got one, which these are also emails, leads coming through. So I got Exitus Elite. I got 2 leads from Exitus Elite and 2 Power Lead systems that came from the video I made yesterday. So it's a start. You see what I'm saying? But I would highly suggest Exitus Elite as being a primary business. You can run it by itself. If you want to run it with another system, if you want to make Power Lead systems or whatever you're using, I think that's great. Again, this is my own capture page. My what do you call it? Sales page. And there it goes. It finally popped back in there. Okay. I have my own payment page. This is something I also make with Power Lead systems. You do not have to have something like this. Paul Stevenson is adding more options to the back office. If you don't know, you get to pick how you want to get paid. We get paid immediately. We always make 100% commissions, always inside of Exitus Elite. This is what makes a one-up so awesome in the first place. It's definitely Exitus Elite as well. So I want to make my own payment page. So when I go there, I just click there. They come here, and then they can choose how they want to get, how to pay. PayPal, I got debit or credit card, I got Cash App, I got Google Pay, and Western Union is a big part as well. And I like to give people options if they're having issues paying, maybe their location, Northern Africa or Nigeria, somewhere like that, it would help. Then I got my 3-generation bonus training. These are things I use Power Lead systems for. It's me and 2 other 6-figure earners that absolutely love one-up systems. So generation 1 is going to be one of the, Miss Adriana has her training in there, and you put the password in and go to her pages. That's what that is. Generation 2 is Kelly and Jonathan. They are in Exitus Elite with me in their team. I've been underneath them a few businesses. They've been underneath me a few businesses. They've been free from the job, I think, going on 5 years now. So that's pretty awesome. They're Generation 3. That's me and my little boy. And, of course, I've got about 19 videos covering, a lot of training that you would get. So Exitus Elite, you're getting all the training for us. Plus, I'm putting your first member in for you. Plus, we're getting you qualified quickly. That's going to help take care of your second-year admin fee. Now, as far as I know, that's still taking in place. That's a new bonus that that Paul Stevenson is giving for Exitus Elite. And I know we're making new changes. We're adding the G2000 stuff like that. But to the moment, I'm hoping not telling you incorrectly, I think that bonus is going to stay in it as well. If it changes, well, I can't control that, but I'm just letting you know, okay? So that's what I use Exitus Elite for inside my businesses to make me stand out. So, yes, I do have a secondary business, but it also is what makes me stand out, brand myself into whatever business I'm doing. And that's what a Power Lead Systems has always done. I just gave you a good example of that. Okay, y'all. Last 30 days, when I made this one, this was, I think, December, so that was showing November. I had 17 members that came into G1000 that month in 30 days. And during that time, our yacht a hurricane had come through a couple months before, and a 40-foot sailboat fell over on our boat. We got a 40-foot yacht, but they keep us about in the same section, about the same size. And the storm had blew over onto our boat. And so I had to wait for insurance and stuff like that. I didn't post a lot of stuff about it. I don't like showing negativity and stuff like that. There's nothing you can do about it. It's one of those God of nature kind of things. But I've got everything worked out and stuff. But I went down there for November, a good deal of the month. I was staying there on the boat, working on it, getting a lot of stuff done. A lot of things I wanted to get done, a lot of things that need to get done because of the boat falling over it. It's just nice to finally have the boat taken off. It took a while to even get it off the boat. so he could get up there and start cleaning and everything and get everything back and do some fiberglass and gel coating and stuff. But even during that time, y'all, we didn't have access to the internet, no Wi-Fi where I was located at, the boat or anything like that. Yet here I am making 17 sales at the G1000. Now, because of enticements and some of the problems that other businesses have had, FTC coming in and investigate stuff like that, we've locked down even harder. So what you're not going to hear me saying, you may hear other leaders that shouldn't be doing it again, like they had been before. But what you're going to hear me say is 17 G1000 members. Understand, you do the math. If each one's worth 1,000, how much did I make that month? And y'all, you understand, half the time I won't even home, and the life-changing income that can come from this business is absolutely incredible. I put your first member in for you at the G1000 to save you $1,300 along the process. Because I'm putting your first member in for you, every person you put in is going to be your own. Plus the $299 admin fee for the second year is going to be waived, like I just talked about. Plus my huge 3-generation bonus training. So I've already covered this. You can run this business without any other market assisting at all. Even though I use Power Lead systems, if somebody contacts me and say, hey, look, I use Conversion Pros or whatever, I'm never going to say, well, you ought to come into Power Lead Systems with us. Whatever works for you. Whatever works for you and your team. If it's Wix, I don't care. This is your business, y'all. I want you to go do what you can do. And if you maybe can't afford to do something like Power Lead Systems or something like that, that's great. I understand it, y'all. I truly do. But to let you know, the email campaigns that go out, all the things that Paul Stevenson, I'm going to cover some of that down here below real quick, it's a standalone system. You could literally run with this by yourself. If you want to learn to brand yourself, then I would suggest having something like I do, because that puts you right there in the front. You with your hand out, welcome and people into your business, and that's what I do. That's a strong point. Makes you stand out heads and shoulders above everybody else. So something to think about. Okay, it's the way for many of the other one-up systems that you may have seen and heard of copied our system, y'all. I'm gonna tell you, I've seen one business, and I know there's been several that Paul's told me about. We're on the phone, sometimes he'll mention things he won't say out loud. But there's been many companies that looked at Exitus Elite and then copied us word for word and then just changed the name. But I will have to give credit where credit's due. They're still around. That's the good thing about a one-up system that it's duplicated Exitus Elite, is you've got an awesome system in place. And so you got to give them credit. If nothing else, they copied an awesome system. I've never seen a one-up or double one-up system go out of business. Y'all, that is priceless. So what does that mean? That means I could put anyone in this business without having to worry about them getting hurt or the owner making terrible decisions. That's a fact. Now, what made me go to one-ups and call it a day? This is God's honest truth. I had made really good money in a couple of businesses. I'd wait for business. All you can do is, I hate to say it's like gambling. You go into a business, it's really hyped up. Me and maybe another leader or a couple of leaders, something like that. I waited to make sure it's going to be around for at least a year. I want to make sure they're not having no problems paying people out. How accessible is the owner, stuff of that nature. Do everything, get all the checkpoints I can, check marks for everything. I jump in there. I put in, I don't know, hundreds, maybe thousands of people into a business in my downline and downline, and then watch the owner make a stupid decision and kill the business. And I've seen it happen, and I got tired of it, man. I got tired of going from one business to another. And then what's terrible is I see leaders that do that. They go from one to the next, same business model, Crypto is really big right now, and I'm not against crypto. I'm against businesses that take crypto, shut the doors, and run. That's what I'm afraid of. And crypto is one of those things that they could easily do it. And so I don't do crypto businesses. I don't. If you want to do it and you enjoy a crypto business, great. I'm not going to do it because I put in 650 people into a business in like a month and a half's time and watched the owner shut the door and run. And I took 11 months off because I done everything, man. I waited a year before I even said anything. Did everything I could. Everybody was jumping in. My downline was all over me about, oh, when you going to get in this business? I want your link, blah, 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 So finally I jumped in, And everything looked really good. I think it was like $18,000 I made in the first month or something, or built up in the business. I didn't actually get it out of it. And then they quit paying. Right? It's like, oh my God, here it comes. So when that last business did that, and I had done all the things I could to be safe as I could, I drew the line. And I was like, what's the one business I made the most money in? What's the one business that the best owner's in? What's the one business I don't have to worry about? The company doesn't pay us. We pay each other. So that takes all the stress off the company. What is it? It's Exitus Elite, the highest quality pages, the highest everything. That was it. So in 2018, I think it was November of 2018, I decided that I'm done. I'm going to do one-up systems only. So that's all I did. I did do a couple other one-ups. I was number 1 in the world, number 2 in the world in all the one-up systems I did. But Paul had called me and told me that he wanted to go back to making the first ones a pass-up, and I'd be able to put the first member in for him. He had made some changes, and I hoped him the best for the business. I love that one-up where I could put the first member in for him. So those were the one-ups I did, right? Press One Cash, Mobile Biz Op. Those were 2 that come to mind off the top of my head. But when he told me he was changing it back, it was like Christmas. I was like, yes, I'm coming home. That's what it felt like. So that's why I'm back with Exitus Elite. And I've been with them, I've been with them the whole time. I've made money with them the entire time. It's just the fact that since 2016, that I really wanted to add that element, and he knew that. When he added that and gave me a call, I was on board. So it's awesome that I could put somebody in if I've known them my whole life, or if they're brand new and not have to worry about them getting hurt, and that's priceless. So that's what I'm talking about. We get paid immediately. All right, I just referred to that. We always make 100% commissions. That's awesome. We get to pick how we want to get paid, and those are, I've already covered all 3 of them. Exitus has been around since summer of 2014, going on 7 years, and still growing like crazy. A lot of enthusiasm in this business from old veterans and new members. Facebook group is crawling with daily and weekly $1,000 sales constantly. Actually, it's doing more than that. We've got a new Facebook group on top of that. So we've got a second Facebook group that Paul Stevenson's just recently had done. It's a private Facebook group. You've got to be joined to get into either one of them. But I think it's pretty awesome. So it's actually getting better and better. We are still adding new training. Video on Demand was a 15 video series that Paul Stevenson added. We got new sales page coming. He did testimonial page recently, or he's going to be adding to a new one. So in the weeks to come, y'all, we got a lot of really good stuff coming. New email campaigns written and updated regularly to help improve deliverability. That is Paul Stevenson himself, because when you send out thousands of emails from email campaigns for a company every week, over a period of time, they're going to start to become stale, and they will sense of so many people have gotten them that they may start not getting delivered or start going to spam. So these are things that he works on himself and writes his own emails. Implementing new pay sources directly into the system. I made this one that says Stripe. I know we're getting Cash App as an option. We're adding, I think, Zelle, whatever you want to call it. There may be some more options as well. So you don't have to do any of these. You get to pick what you want to use. It's your business, right? But at the same time, it is already linked into the back page to make it simple for them to choose, okay? Adding new benefits to help all of our members. New getting started videos to help walk your new members into the business and getting started, way less hand-holding for you. He's actually looking at people come in lower level, G100, G250, which barely ever get those, to be honest, but the ones who do, he's going to add this new system inside that's going to kind of walk them through in 30 days to help them upgrade themselves. So they're going to try to get more money for you and get them up higher in the business so that they'll make more money as well. They want them to see the bigger picture. Let's put it that way. In a business at over 90%, it comes out to G1000. It's not lacking. Let's put it that way. Adding new ideas to help new members and motivate them to build their businesses and upgrade. That was what I was talking about, second-year admin fee waived. Upgrade and pay just a difference. So let's say if you came in at the G500 and the admin fee was like $179. Or was it 179? I think, and you needed to go to the G 1000, and the admin fee is $299. So they had to pay $124, right? If I'm not mistaken, to pay the difference. Okay, you don't get punished because you didn't come in at the G1000. So if you did come in lower and you wanted to upgrade, all you got to do is pay the difference. You pay the difference to the sponsor, which would be from a $500 to $1,000, be $500, and then you pay the difference between the admin fee. So you're not punished, literally, just like it says, you do not get punished for not upgrading here. And I think that's awesome. So this is more benefit for why you would want to upgrade. Paul Stevenson is awesome, y'all. I can tell you what probably does more for me than anything is the fact that we got so much in common. He's from the United Kingdom, but he's old school enough that I guess I'm 48 years old. My dad was in Amway when I was a kid. We never made any money, anything, but I read the right kind of books. And I even at 19 years old, I knew how Amway worked. I was really smart at figuring stuff out. And though I never used it back then, until I got an online business, I realized that that's exactly the same viewpoint that Paul Stevenson has. It's not because of Amway, it's because of the old schoolness about it. Just finding something you believe in, letting go, letting these people connect with you. Don't be scared to let these people talk to you. If you believe in your business, man, you're going to say everything right. I guarantee you that, right? So that's probably one of the biggest things, and Paul Stevenson knows that. Opening your mouth. If you got a phone and you got a voice, you can make money in online business. If you can mass record in a business you believe in, like I do on YouTube, you can make a killing. I can tell you, man, dude, have that, apply action, and be accessible, okay? He has over 30 years in online business and also owns storefront businesses as well. The man cares more for his people than anyone I've ever seen in any business. I've literally seen him shoot himself in the foot so that it would be more beneficial for the fresh green members coming in. And even though I was against what he was doing, like I said, he took away the first one to pass up, even though the company made more money by that because he wanted to let the first members get their money back first. And it wound up, after doing it for years, he decided he wanted to go back to the original system because, in a sense, we are. They are getting their first sale. Anyhow, it worked out better. So that's just awesome to see that him care as much as he cares about. And honestly, y'all, if you go to the Facebook groups, you ain't gonna believe the number of people that go in there and say, you ain't gonna believe who I just got off the phone with for an hour. And these are brand new people. It blows them away. Blows people away, man. The best business owner I have met. That's a fact, okay? I'm gonna move this quicker. I covered some of this yesterday. This is the first member in, me putting its member in for you, and then showing how there is residual. So, because if you brought in Bill brings in Jim. Jim's first one's going to be passed up to you. Then that first one, you don't just get the $1,000 commission, you get that person. So let's say if it was Steve and Steve's first one, and it just keeps on going. So it is not some kind of pyramid scheme. I don't care what anybody thinks. I'm just saying this will show you where you've got more. Even though this is one leg, you can keep getting sales. 3 o'clock in the morning, getting that email saying you made $1,000 would come from this potentially. But the best thing to do, to be honest, is go crazy. Go get as many legs as you can. Go get 20 people, and then whenever they pop in, that's great, and it'll be residual coming down. I don't get that because I put your first member in for you, and I shut that off. So, I'm one of the few people. As a matter of fact, I think I'm the only one since 2016 that has done that for his team, is put the first member in for him. Remember, I put your first member in for you by qualifying your second one, blah, 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 bonus 2. You get my fully unlocked 3-generation bonus training as well in the process. If you like to use my sales pages, if you're in Power Lead Systems, I do have a share code for it. If you like, if not, that's entirely up to you. Something I do differently than other people in Power Lead Systems, and it's my choice. You can take my page. Let me go to it real quick. And let's say if you took, that's not it. Let's say you took this page right here, and you got a share code for it. You can take that video out and put you in it. You could change the words. You could change the background. You could change anything. I want you to use your tools and learn to brand you. The number one thing you can ever do in online business is brand yourself. Point blank, period. I don't care who you are, what business it is, whatever. What you think of your business is more important than what business you do. And that's real important that you understand what I just said. Okay? So that's what I do in Power Lead Systems. If you want to take the sales funnel and take my video out and put your in and leave everything, or whatever, y'all, you're more than welcome to. Those are the benefits for being Power Lead Systems with me as well. Okay, there is no better team to join than ours. Point blank. Period. Why come into Exitus Elite G1000? I personally have a 20-to-1 ratio at the G1000 to any other levels. I'd hate to know that you come into G100 and then every person down below you comes to G1000, and I'm making all the upsells. I'm the one making $900 when you're making $100. How many of those is it going to take to make you sick, y'all? I'm just going to tell you that. And I had one day, not long ago, I was laying down watching my little boy play a video game, fell asleep on the couch. I woke up to two G1000s, members coming into the business while I was asleep. And that's the difference, y'all. Why is $1,000 such a sweet spot? Because it would take an army of people at a $25 business to do what I can make while I'm sleeping, or out on the boat, or whatever. That to me is incredible. There is a sweet spot. And that $1,000, in my opinion, is really sweet. Yes, we have a G2000 coming. It's going to be $2,000 commissions. It's not here yet, so I'm not going to talk a lot about it until it does. And when it does, I don't know how it's going to do. I think 1,000's a sweet spot right now. Will it wind up telling you it's different later? Well, if it proves to be that way, yeah, maybe. If not, then no. I'll tell you exactly what I think. And I promise you, I will always be that way. That's why I do this business. That's why I suggest the G1000, because it is such the sweet spot. The company itself has a better than 90% ratio of the G1000. I covered that. So I think I basically covered everything that needs to be in here. And y'all, I just want to show you something. When I got free from a job May 7th of 2015, this is a picture right here. I had a $4 stand, an old S3 phone, sitting there at my kitchen table, just letting go, telling people what I thought about my business. That's all I had. That's all I did, right? My little boy wanted to be part of it. And, I mean, you can look at me, man. I've aged a little bit since this picture right here, and I've gained more weight, man. I was working 65 hours a week in a restaurant on I-40 here in North Carolina, watching everybody heading back and forth to the beach when I couldn't go or do anything. Well, my little boy, because I had put out like 130 videos in like a month and a half, I was nailing it. Again, put the work in, get comfortable doing it. Don't do this for the money at the time. Do it, get comfortable with it, get better at it, and the money will come. That's the way you got to think of it, y'all. It just is. I didn't know how to rank at YouTube. I didn't even search to see how I was doing at YouTube. That's how dedicated I was at just putting out the videos and letting people connect with me. And what did I do? I went to #1 in the leaderboards. I doubled second place. The owners of the company were down below me, and I was doubling, tripling the members they were putting in every month in their own business, and I never spent a dime. That's what sincerity does for you. My little boy wanted to be part of it. That was the end of a video. He was sitting in my lap waving at everybody, and it was just really sweet. I had a lifetime of his lifetime of being behind the camera and was never in the picture, so it was just a really good image to me I caught that I thought was really sweet, that showed where we were when I got free from a job. And I'm going to tell you something else too, y'all. I'm entirely blind on my right eye. I've been like that since I was like 16, 17 years old. For a while, you couldn't look at it and tell it. Eventually, eye pressure got so bad and so high, it damaged my pupil. And so I was real self-conscious. I didn't think I was an ugly guy or anything like that. I just my self-conscious. I mean, I had a low self-esteem, and I've got a decade where I didn't take a picture. You couldn't find me in a picture at all, probably in my 30s, just because I wasn't happy about myself. When I got an online business, y'all, and I felt like there was a way out, and I was never broke. I made good money in the restaurant business, but 65 hours a week for 26 years with no way out, I felt like there was a way out possibly, and I had to run as hard as I could. So I would come home after working long days, sit in front of the computer, slobbering on the keyboards, falling asleep, and get up next morning and do it again. But I stayed up that night and learned. I had a burn in my stomach, man. That was so important to me to have that burn inside of my stomach. And I learned to put the work in, and I didn't quit. You know what I'm saying? And so anyhow, I felt like my life had really started changing. And I remember I wanted to do a YouTube video because Tim Chisonis, the owner of the business I was in at the time, was talking about how important videos were in branding himself and branding yourself. The hardest thing I ever had to do, y'all, was to sit down and mash record with me with low self-esteem. And I remembered I felt like that was my decision. Am I going to let this thing beat me, or am I going to do something about it? And I'll tell you what happened, y'all. My self-esteem went up severely. It got to the point I didn't care what people thought. I wanted my business more than I cared what anybody thought or could possibly say with me doing a YouTube video. And I just kept on doing them videos like that. Next thing you know, y'all, I was like number 6, number 2. Then eventually I went to number 1 on the leaderboard for that company. And freedom came within 6 months. And a lot of that was because of excitement, enthusiasm, believing in the business, just being sincere. I've never spent a dime on any form of advertising, getting over my hangups. That's what online business is about, y'all. Sitting down, mashing record, and getting over my hangups is what the difference was from getting free or being stuck in that job. And everybody's got that job. You know what? I'm dead serious. What is online business about? Getting over your hangups more than anything else. That was me getting over my hangups. So that was at a time that was pretty important to me. And this is, good gracious. Well, this is this image picture I took probably 5 months ago or something like that. But I used it. We woke up that morning. I think we made $1,000. It was the 4th one in a row. Well, it was 2 months ago, and that was the one I used. But man, my little boy has been home. I've been home with my little boy since he was 7, and he's about to turn 14 next month. And I've been home every day. That's absolutely incredible. All right, y'all. I'm going to end this video. Sorry, it's another long one. I wasn't planning on being that long. I just had some things I wanted to say. I will continue to make these videos. I'm sure there will be a bunch of them. What you need to do, y'all, is contact me. Leave a comment down below. Make a like. Leave a like for me. I've got people who are in the business competition-wise that love to put thumbs down. I would never do that. I don't suggest anybody doing that. You need to uplift people, like I keep saying, as opposed to trying to bring people down. But they think that's what works. It doesn't hurt me. It doesn't bother me at all. I'm going to keep trucking and keep going either way. But putting likes down there, if you appreciate my content, does help as far as my actual ranking and stuff like that. And leave a comment as well. If you're ready to come in Exitus Elite, y'all, get in touch with me. I'll send you my next in line link. The next person who's, that came into the business, and we're going to get them qualified. And then you're going to be the next one. The next one that comes in after you, I'm going to give them your link, and they're going to get them qualified at the G1000 level. So, y'all, if you need anything, let me know. I'm right here, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Appreciate it.